Hi, my name's Ruan and this is my channel, The Yorkshire Sew Girl. I hope everybody's okay. I'm good. I'm here today to talk about a challenge. And today's challenge that I'm going to be talking about is a gift to November. Now, you probably already know about this challenge. It's been running for 3 years now, I think. And I've taken part in both of the other years. So this is number 3, I'm sure it is. And it's run by the lovely Alison from Sew Like Dotty. Now, a gift to November, if you don't already know, is all about kind of gift inspirations of what you might want to sew for others ready for Christmas. I know. But the idea of it is actually that you get ahead of your gifts that you might want to hand make and that you get them all done in November so that you can enjoy December and sew for yourself. That's not really what it's about, but that's how I'm calling it anyway. But yeah, it's a really good idea because it kind of gives everybody a bit of a push rather than leaving it all to the last minute. But if you are a last minute person, which I can be sometimes, not very often because I'm a bit of a planner, I thought I'd help you out by coming up with some great ideas for you today. So there is a vlogger tour going on. I'm at the beginning of the vlogger tour, so I will just talk briefly about the rules of the challenge if you want to join in. Obviously, by the end of it, you'll probably be like, right, okay, I've heard it all now. But for now, I'll just go through it with you very briefly. I'll also be putting up some images here as well because the lovely Alison has provided all of those and they are beautiful graphics. So I'll bob all those up as well. But basically, the idea is to make something that involves sewing. But it doesn't have to be machine sewing as such. It could be embroidery, cross stitch, that kind of thing. Anything that is made with stitches. So that's pretty cool. And it can be pretty much anything as long as it's kind of for someone else and something that you're going to gift to somebody, which I think is absolutely awesome. I've got my notes down here as well, if I look down, by the way. So it's different this year. There's no reveal date. It's going to be throughout the whole of November as well, which is really good. So as soon as you've made your item, you can pop it up on Instagram. All you have to do is tag in the lovely Alison from Sew Like Dotty, and you also have to use the hashtag, which has changed this year, and it is, let me get this right, AGTN24. So a little bit easier than a gift to November 24, which I thought was quite a good idea. You can post multiple entries if you so wish. Just make sure they're kind of on different Instagram posts. What you can't do though is kind of make 15 headbands and enter 15 times. Even though I'm sure you'd like to. It has to kind of be different items as well. And I know some people might just make one. Some people might make several for family members, friends, that kind of thing. But yeah, you can enter as many times as you want. And the other thing that you need to make sure that you do this year is pop in where you reside in the world, because it is an international challenge. So there are prizes, and there are prizes for UK and international. So just make sure that you do put on there whether you're in the US, the UK, etc. so that Alison then, when she comes to sort out all of the prizes, has an easier job. And as someone who does Sew Frugal Challenge earlier on in the year, I understand how difficult that is because we didn't get people to do that. And then we had to go and stalk people on Instagram to try and work out where they lived, and we still managed to get one of them wrong. But anywho, so that's basically what needs to happen. But there's some awesome prizes as well. Alison has gone to a lot of work. I know how hard that is, and to get in contact with people, coordinate it all, do all the logistics behind it, do all the graphics, etc., and then manage it throughout the month is a big job. So Alison, if you're watching this, kudos to you, girl, because you're smashing it so far. But yeah, there's some amazing prizes, and I mean, there's a lot of them, and they're all really good. And she's also got a top prize this year, which is a Benina sewing machine. Benina, yeah, a Burnett by Benina B33 sewing machine, which is being donated by David Drummond's, which is incredible. So I hope you guys do decide to join in. I will be doing as well. I know some people can be a little bit funny because if they're making a gift for somebody and they have like an open profile to the rest of their family, etc., and they don't want to show it, there is an option to email Alison as well, and that email address is, did I write it down? Yes, agtnsewing@gmail.com. But again, I'll be popping graphics up so you can get all the information from there. And I will put a link to Alison's opening vlog, which talks all about the prizes as well. So you can find out a bit more information if you want to about those. But I kind of had to think about what I wanted to talk to you about, because obviously vlogger tours are all about trying to give you a little bit of inspiration. And I know some of you are last minute Nellies. I know, okay. So what I thought I would do is 10 free and easy patterns that you can sew up in under an hour. Because I was thinking most of these as well, you probably have the stuff in your stash. So if you were like, oh, I need to get something else made. Oh, quick, I can do something. I'll have a quick look at this. And hopefully all of these patterns you can make in under an hour. Now, I know when I say under an hour, it depends on your expertise, should I say, your experience maybe in sewing, but there are plenty of beginner sewing patterns in this as well, so you can pick and choose what you think would actually work best for you. Now, some people sew lightning fast and some people snow like a snail. That's what I wanted to say, sew like a snail. Me. So I do appreciate that sometimes it might not come in under an hour, but you kind of get the gist of what I'm talking about. So don't come at me if you're like, there's no way I can make that in an hour. There are some in here that you would definitely be able to make in under an hour. So shall we get started? Right, so number one, I thought this was a fantastic little gift actually, and it's a fabric closet safe. Now, I'd not seen this before, but I was doing a bit of research for this challenge and I was like, this is a really good idea. I kind of want one of these for myself as well. That don't count. And it's basically a fabric cover for a coat hanger, but then it has like a pocket in the bottom of it and it has zips on it so that you can stash your things in there and then put your clothes on top of it and no one's really going to see that there's anything in there. So if some naughty burglar breaks into your house, which I hope never happens to you, or if you want to hide something, you know, from the kids, then you can always use it for that as well. And it doesn't take much fabric. It is lined, like I say, so you'd need, I think it's about half a yard of normal fabric, half a yard of lining fabric, and then a couple of zippers. But other than that, I think that would be really quick and simple to kind of sew up as well. There is a template for it, so it's a free downloadable pattern as well online. And don't forget, I will be putting all of the information in the description box below so that you can go and check all of these out as well. But how cool is that? I thought that was really nice. And you could use up some of your, you know, maybe your fat quarters that you've got in your stash. You could even patchwork something, use some scrap fabric that you've got from another project, that type of thing. But I thought that was a really cool idea and one that I've not seen before. So I thought you might like that. Right, number two is a drawstring makeup pouch. And I've chosen this pattern because I just think it's awesome. I actually have a drawstring makeup bag. And the good thing about these is that actually, when you pull the drawstring out, you can see all of your makeup. So you're not looking into like a makeup bag that's maybe dark in the bottom and you're rummaging around. Have you done that before? I have. Trying to find your black mascara in a black lined bag. This just folds out completely and then you just pull the drawstring up at the end, which is awesome. Mine doesn't though have what this has. This has a handle on it and it also has like a little flap over the top to keep everything neat and tidy, because sometimes if you can't pull your pouch tight enough, the odd little thing like a lip liner or something can pop through the middle. Well, this has got an actual flap on it and a handle, so actually you've no chance of that happening. And these are really good as well for if you're going travelling, because you can literally just pick it up, pop it in. And if you are, say for example, at a sink in a hotel, you don't have to take all of your makeup out. You can literally just spread it out in your drawstring bag and then pull it too and show it back in your bag. So I use mine all the time. I've had one now for about 3 years and I can't imagine I'm going to go back to a different type of makeup bag. So I thought that would be a really good example. And that is by Sewing Times as well. Sorry, I don't think I said who the fabric closet safe was by. That was so very crafty. But again, like I say, I'll pop it all in the description box below. And then I thought for number three, you could kind of do this makeup bag and then you could also do this other project, which is like a roll-up makeup brushes bag, pouch type thing. This is really, really lovely. Now, I only have a few makeup brushes. I'm not an expert at the old makeup. But if there's any teenagers in your life, girls that love, or boys, loads of makeup and they have a brush for every single thing, this could be really handy because you can kind of adapt this pattern as well to have as many little pouches in it as you want. You can have some that are bigger for like makeup brushes or foundation brushes, and then smaller ones for like lip liners and eyeshadow brushes, etc. But the other thing I thought about this pattern, which I thought was really good, is you could actually adapt this as well to make it into something slightly different. So it could be, I don't know, if you have someone that you know who crochets, you could do it as like a crochet hook roll. I actually made my friend one of these, not last year, I think the year before, and that she pops all her crochet hooks in. It's really, really cute. Or you could, for example, for a child, you could do it with pencils, crayons, that type of thing as well. And then it all rolls up nice and neat and tidy. And if you are a mum, or you know a mum who's got young kids, sometimes that's really handy if you go into like a restaurant or something, because you can just roll it up, pop it in your bag, pull it out, and you're not having to take a massive box and pencil case of loads of different ones, random ones, all wanging around in the bottom of it. So I thought that was a really good one as well. And that is by So Modern Bags. Right, number 4, hear me out here, because some of you might be dog people, but I love this. And this is a cat-shaped heating pad. And it's just so cute. So basically, it wraps around your neck, and it's like legs are on this side and tail, and its head and legs are on this side. I'll show you the images anyway, but I absolutely love this. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. And there's a free template download as well on there. And this is by This NZ Life. Now, if you don't like cats, fair enough. There is also a llama one, which I saw, which I'll pop a picture up as well, and I'll copy that in the bottom. But if you actually search for that, there's quite a few different ones. But the cat one, I think it just made me laugh because it actually was as if the cat was laying over you. Now, excuse my nails, I've got one red nail left. Getting my nails done on Monday night, great. So yeah, I thought that was really handy. I have made a heat pad before. They are really simple, easy to use. Please just make sure that you use the appropriate cotton thread, etc., because these are to go into the microwave, so it has to be cotton fabric and cotton thread. But you can go and have a look at that pattern, and I hope you like it as much as me, because I just think that would be a really lovely present for anybody. Particularly women of our age, you know, that are having aches and pains now and, you know, stresses of the day. To pop that around you would just be fab. The other thing that I thought was really good, and that is number 5, is a DIY travel pillow. And this is by Treasury, and there is a free download for this one as well. And I love the colours they've chosen for this. It's like red and pink polka dots. It's really, really lovely. But I thought this might be a really nice gift as well for kiddies. As well as adults, because A, it's probably going to take you less than half an hour to make up this one as well, if I'm honest. But B, you could make them in different colours for different kiddies. You know, there's loads of scope for this one. But I really, really loved this. Both my children have got neck pillows for the car, you know, so they're not rolling around all the time. And they actually wear theirs where the connector is at the back rather than at the front, so that they've got the full fluffy pillow bit to go sleep on. And if you're a parent, or you know a parent, sometimes you're in the front of the car and your kids are literally, their heads are lolling around, and having one of those makes you feel a little bit better, because you can't reach back sometimes to put their head back up. But obviously you can do this for adults as well. So if you know someone who's traveling all the time, that kind of thing, then this would be perfect in my eyes. Right, number 6, sorry, is Seatbelt travel pillow. And I thought this would be quite good in tandem with the neck pillow. So this is for, again, can be for kids or adults, but mainly for kids, I would think. And you can use this as a cushion to attach to your seatbelt, so that, you know, sometimes when kiddies are a little bit short and the seatbelt can catch into their neck, and also to aid with their sleeping as well. So it's just a really nice, soft, oblong pillow that attaches to your seatbelt, and they've put even in there like a little pocket as well, so if you've got an older kid and they want to wang their phone in there instead of it slip sliding all around the back of the car, I just thought that would be a really good idea. So maybe you could make like a little matching set, the seatbelt strap pillow, and then your actual neck pillow as well in matching fabrics. I thought that might be quite a nice one, and that is from Fabric Art DIY, but I thought that was a top one. Another one, which is this is number 7, is hand warmers. Now, hear me out on this one, because again, I think these will be the quickest make ever. But if you're anybody like me, I really struggle in the cold with my hands, and I'm a bit of a rugby mum, so both my boys play rugby. So in the winter, which is a winter sport, rugby union, I'm constantly out on the field on a Sunday, wrapped up as best I can, and I always struggle with gloves. I've got really big hands, not gonna lie. Excuse me, and I find it difficult to find elegant ladylike gloves instead of big blokes called gloves. So having hand warmers is a really good idea, because again, you can pop them in the microwave before you go, and then you've got something in your pockets to be able to hold on to, so that your hands aren't absolutely freezing. And this little pattern is called, the tutorial, sorry, it's called the mummy front. But I just thought you could do these even in like Christmas fabrics. You could do them, I don't know, in any type of fabric that you think would suit the recipient. You know, for example, if it is a teenage boy, you probably wouldn't want something with pink hearts on it, you know what I'm saying? But you could make loads of these as well. So you could make a little add-on present for people, or if you were doing, for example, a Secret Santa, that type of thing, and your budget is less than £10, something like this I think would work really well, because you're going to be using things that you've probably already got in. And rice, how much is a bag of rice? Not a lot. So I thought that would be quite a good handy little one to do as well. Number 8, I know I'm still going. There's 3 more. Number 8 is also on kind of the travelling side of things, and that is a washcloth travel pouch. And I love this. It's such a clever little idea, and this has been done by a girl and a glue gun. There's probably loads of other people that have done it as well, but these are the ones that I've kind of found. So it is basically what we call it in the UK a flannel. So a very small towel that you would use for your face, or face cloth, but you actually segment it up into compartments to put, for example, toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, a deodorant, that type of thing. And all you need is a flannel and a piece of ribbon. That is it. But how cute do these images look? And again, I thought these would be really good for kids. So if they were going to like a sleepover, I know for adults, we normally like to have quite a few more things, don't we, to take with us. But for kids, what are they going to need? Toothbrush, toothpaste, maybe a deodorant, that type of thing. My kids don't take much when they go for a sleepover, but something like that where you could just then tie it up with the ribbon and use maybe something that you've already got in the house, or that is relatively cheap in the shops, because how much are washcloths in the shop? In the UK, they're about 99p in the budget section. So I think that would be a really nice little add-on gift as well. And if you notice throughout quite a lot of these patterns, a lot of them are to do with travel. So you could even put like a selection of these patterns together, make them all in very similar colours, patterns, and then gift them as like a bit of a bigger present as well, if you didn't want them to just be a little add-on one. But I love that idea. And number 9 is also to do with travelling, and this is to make some packing cubes. Now, if you're like me, you'll have seen these all over recently. I've never ever used one, but my friend does when she comes to visit, and actually when she unpacks it, oh, I can't believe you've got all that in there. That is incredible. And it also can compartmentalise everything that you're taking away with you on holiday or for a weekend away, that kind of thing. And because it's in like a case, in a cube, it tends to be easier to pack as well into a small suitcase or a small bag, that kind of thing. My friend comes over to my house with a rucksack basically, but with these packing cubes inside, and everything's organised really neat and tidy, and it's really clever. So these packing cubes are by Beginner Sewing Projects, and they actually use a shower curtain for theirs, which I thought was ingenious. Obviously you can use any type of fabric that you want, but I suppose shower curtain fabric would be quite good in case anything was damp in there, or maybe you went swimming or something like that. But these come also in small, medium and large, and I thought they would be really nice, you know, like as a family gift as well. So say you did the large one for the mum in a certain one, and then a medium one for the kids, you know, and a large one for the dad, that type of thing, or maybe matching fabrics. I thought that would be lovely. Or you could just do one, or you could do a set of 3, small, medium and large for a friend and make them all coordinating with different types of fabrics. But yeah, I love the idea of these. And they have mesh on the top of theirs, but I'm assuming you could probably change that up for cotton if need be, so that you could use stuff that you've potentially already got in your stash. And number 10, which is last but not least, is if all else fails and actually you're not wanting to make huge gifts for everybody, you are a bit of a last minute Larry and you're kind of like, oh, I'm just going to get gift vouchers for everybody. There's certainly nothing wrong with that. My kids love a gift voucher. But you'll sometimes see in the shops that the gift voucher little envelopes are a bit but this little tutorial by Apple Green Cottage is really, really cute. So it's done with fabrics, coordinating fabrics, and then with a ribbon on the top. And I just thought this adds a little bit of a nice spin on a gift card. So rather than just wanging a gift card into a normal Christmas card and handing it over, it could have its own little pocket and also could be hung maybe on a tree. So say, for example, you've got kids, that sort of thing, and you want to add little extra gifts in, you could hang them on the tree, that sort of thing. But I thought if you weren't really wanting to make something really big, or you weren't sure what you wanted to make for somebody, this is a really lovely alternative to kind of dress up a gift voucher as well. So I've run out of words. I'm 20 minutes in and I managed to get through 10 things in 20 minutes and talk about the challenge. I'm quite impressed with my little self, if I'm honest. So I hope you've enjoyed those ideas. Do let me know if you've made any of them before, or if you've got any other ideas as well that are really good for crimbo that can be made in under an hour. Let me know in the future if you do use any of these patterns as well. It's always of interest to me when I've done research to know that you guys actually will end up doing some of them, basically. But yeah, I hope they've given you some inspiration. I hope you join in with the challenge. Well done to the lovely Alison from So Like Dotty. If you've liked this video, please do give me a thumbs up, because that shows YouTube I'm doing a good job. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe and carry on with my journey with me in the sewing community. So I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's had lots of time to sew, and I'll see you again in my next video. Take care. Bye.